Hi, Trans Elder here. I'm 63 years old and I transitioned 44 years ago. The American Civil Liberties Union, also known as the ACLU, says that Trump's executive order regarding trans people is potentially far-reaching. The order requires that federal agencies discriminate against trans people. It accomplishes that by forcing them to deny who we are. His order ends the freedom to self-determine, as well as self-expression. When trans people were included in the Civil Rights Act several years ago, trans people were afforded many legal protections. Donald Trump's executive order, because it focuses on sex and it does it so narrowly, puts an end to the idea that sex and gender are distinct and separate. The federal government has been ordered to use his definition of sex, which eliminates gender in the federal government. Executive orders, especially broadly written executive orders, rarely change policy immediately. Things like school, health care, housing, as well as other federally funded programs, won't implement anything until enforcement procedures are written out. His executive order will impact everything in the federal government that references sex or gender. Although implementation may lag in the things that I just discussed, but it will go into effect immediately for other things. Changing the gender on your passport is no longer possible. In fact, the form that requests that you do so has already been removed from the website. Another group of people that will be affected by this immediately are people incarcerated in federal prisons. The approximately 2,000 trans people that are incarcerated in federal prisons will be moved into the prisons of the sex that they were assigned at birth. They will also lose access to gender-affirming medications and surgeries. On a side note, Florida is shaving the heads of trans women that are incarcerated and forcing them to detransition as we speak. This new law put in place by his executive order will impact public schools and all other spaces that are separated by sex. The law immediately ends workplace protections. We will also limit or end federal programs that pay for gender-affirming care. Expect a flood of legal challenges. It's hard to say when the challenges will exactly start because with all the orders he wrote, he makes it difficult for them to all be litigated in court at the same time. So these people that do litigate these things like the ACLU will have to prioritize what goes first. What I'm really concerned about is Trump's ability to win legal battles. It seems, at least to me, that he gets away with more stuff than anyone else ever has because he's been granted immunity from being criminally prosecuted for official acts. I'm not 100% confident that losing in court would be enough to stop him. What's to stop him from saying the court is wrong, do it anyway, and let them sue me? I just want to say to those of you who are freaking out to remember that it always won't be this way. I can't tell you how and I can't tell you when, but I can tell you that it will work out.